My name is John Hare. I'm in Winnipeg with a company called Immunimed. We have developed a brand new novel treatment for an infection called C. difficile infection, which you can see on the board here, C. difficile or C. diff for short. You've probably never heard of that infection unless you're in the healthcare industry. Typically the treatment is an antibiotic, which is normally vancomycin. As a matter of fact, now they're going to another antibiotic which is called fidaxomicin. So anyway, those are the treatments of standard of care is what they call right now. Unfortunately, they only work in about 60 to 70% of the cases. We've got a treatment that is an oral dose antibody, which you might be familiar with antibodies, and it's a natural type of product. There's no side effects that you get with an antibiotic. We're looking for right now, as a matter of fact, we've had approval now from Health Canada for a phase 2 clinical trial. We're about a third of the way through that trial, need to recruit probably another 35 patients to complete the phase 2 clinical trial. And this is where we need your help. One of the biggest problems we have right now is, first of all, nobody knows what C. diff is. I mean, the healthcare industry knows it for sure. There's nobody in the healthcare industry who hasn't heard that word. Unfortunately, the first time most people hear it, if they've got it, is when the doctor says, unfortunately, you've got C. difficile infection. And it's a bad one. It gives you profuse diarrhea, cramping, and kills about 30,000 North Americans a year, which, by the way, is the same as something like prostate cancer, which you've all heard about. Anyway, biggest problem we've got is trying to recruit patients. The last 3 patients we've got recently have been through word of mouth. And so Manitoba itself probably gets about 1,000 cases a year, so it's out there. There's no question about it. We just need to get the word out that there's a local treatment that is actually a sanctioned, what they have. We're registered on clinicaltrials.gov, which will give that information on the trial itself. And so there's myself, John Hare, as the CEO of the company, and we'll give them information about me. And we have our clinical trials coordinator, Neil O'Roy, who is also part of the recruiting process, and he has to get people signed up. Anyway, the sooner we can get these 35 patients through the trial, the sooner we can actually get this treatment to market. It's a much better treatment than what's out there right now, which is, like I said, heavy-duty antibiotics with the side effects that come with it. And by the way, even in the last 7 or 8 years we've been looking at this thing, they've gone from a thing called metronidazole to vancomycin to fidaxomicin, mainly because of antimicrobial resistance. And so the drugs aren't really even working anymore. So in our case, the antibody works great. We just need to get the patients recruited. If you hear the word C. diff, if you hear the word C. difficile in conversation of any type, or my grandmother's got it, or my uncle has it, anything like that, please get those people in touch with us because we can sign them up, and I can tell you they will prefer the treatment we're going to give them than anything that's the standard of care right now. And by the way, this is going to put Manitoba and Winnipeg on the map because there are no Canadian drug companies producing anything like this, and we can produce something that will now be what we're very confident will become the standard of care. In other words, when somebody gets diagnosed with C. difficile, they are going to go to our treatment in the future. So anyway, thanks for listening. Please, keep your eyes and ears open for C. difficile or C. diff. And if you find somebody that has that, let us know, and we'll get them through the trial and bring a better treatment to market than what's out there right now. Thanks again.